weeds. We're at war. How can we get rid of it? Well, we can't always get rid of it forever, because with the pollen, with the wind, they always come back. But I do have a great tips that I personally only have to treat my big patio twice per year. That's it. Here's how I do it. Usually I do it at the end of April. Now we're already mid-May. Life happened, work happened, so here we are. Now it's going out of control, but I guess it will show you how great the way I do it really works. My furniture all on the grass, but this has really gotten out of hand. Step one is to pull, and that's the hardest part, is to pull all the weed out, okay? If you just cut them, the root is still in there. So to make it last longer, the best thing is to pull it with the root, okay? I use this, it's narrower and pointier. I have this one, it's a little thicker. And this one, when I get tired and at the end, when there's not too many roots with it, I use this because you can stand up, it extends. So, and very important, you have to go, even if you don't see any weed, you have to scrape off all along in between every patio slate. Now don't over scrape between, because there is sand and other stuff. You don't want to dig it too much out, because then your block's going to come uneven. That's the big one here. So this one cuts more through. I like this one. Kind of pulls the weed with it and the roots. This is my favorite one. All the tools I'm using, pretty much all like Canadian Tire except the torch. So you just wiggle it. Helps you get to the roots. Stubborn one, but I got it. With the roots, yay! I got the root, with this one, skinnier, and it could go deeper. Good boy. Okay. I also wanted to mention that it can get pretty hot doing this on a sunny day. So if you can do it in the evening or in the shade or take breaks, it's very important. I don't have my sun hat. I can't find it. I know. Anyways, the other thing too that I use is this. Very handy, especially when you have like a patch, a very bad spot that you have lots of them. You can kind of just relax and sit on it, or you can kneel on it. I find that when you do it for a few hours, you kind of look at different position to do it. You can do it on your knees, This one, I really like it. It's wider. I got it on Amazon. I can share the links where I order certain things. If you see item that I'm using that you're interested in, let me know and I can look it up. See, very rewarding when the root comes with it. No, not this one. So when the root don't comes out, I like to use the blade one, and usually that trims the edge of it and dislodge the root. And I'm gonna keep on going. I do have weed barrier fabric underneath, but even that, it don't last forever. I do have an expensive commercial landscape, so I have it on for about 3 years now, if not 4 years. I'm happy with that one. But as you can see, it still goes through. So I just pull it out. Again, if you do it each year or every year, pull it by the roots, it's usually fairly easy to pull it out because they're not in there like for years, right? So again, I just pull. And like I say, the more root you can pull out, the longer the treatment will last. Okay, so I pull all the weed, roughly swept, take the worst off. And now it's blow time. My back. All right, so this is the last step for today. That's the first day. So clear out the patio, pull up all the weeds, sweep, take all the most of the leaves, and then the blower. You can see it makes a big difference when you use the blower, so it's really good to use. Tomorrow morning I will probably do another quick blow over because I did it quick. I'm tired, so I'll do another last pass tomorrow, and then it's gonna be the torch burning time. Just want to show you also how it looks like now that all the weed is pulled. Nice and clean, and then you can see if I miss any spot. So tomorrow morning I'll walk around and pull the stuff I missed, and I'll do a last pass with the blower before I get to the next step. Okay, so I'm gonna do the burning step right now. Again, it's not necessary. I do it so that it catch even more roots that I miss, or those tiny little roots. And then after, when I treat it with the vinegar, then that treatment is even better. Now, when you do this, you have to be comfortable using propane. It cannot be a windy day. It's very dangerous. You can catch things on fire. And I don't go too close to the house. Again, between the patio, it's not a big deal if you don't do it. I just got it. I have a little cottage in New Brunswick and I have a gravel driveway. And this works amazing if you have gravel and grass growing through it. Anyways, I'm gonna turn it on, show it to you here. I got a little weed, maybe. I'm not sure if you're gonna see it, if it burns or not, but I'm just gonna turn it on a little bit so that you have an idea of how it works. Okay, I just wanted to give you a little demonstration of where I use the edger. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, when I do the burning, I always have the water hose ready just in case. Now, I use the edger along my rock bed because I do have the fiber sheet underneath. It will still get burned a little bit, but at least I feel this is prolonging it a little longer. So here it goes. All right, finally we're at treatment time. Now here is what I use. I have this sprayer. It's a little rusted. I think last year I forgot to rinse this part. It's very important to rinse it well, especially the nozzle, because we use salt. Okay. When you use chemical weed killer, there's only like 4 liters in one of those sprayer. It's not safe to use or healthy to use, and it's like 40 bucks for 4 liters. At Walmart, you can get a 4 liter for $2.27. There is another one for pickling. That one is $1 more, and I thought there was no difference, but I thought I checked it out. And the pickling one is 7% acidic, so it might work a little better than the other one because the white vinegar one is 5% acidic. But either works. Salt, you want to use fine salt because when you mix it with the vinegar, the finer, the sooner it will dissolve. Okay. Soap. You need a little bit of soap. Sometimes I buy the big 2 or 4 liter bottles, so it lasts a while. You do not want to use something that is a degreaser like Dawn. It's a great soap, but it's not good for this. You want a slimy, well, not slimy, but a soap that is that says it's going to make your hand soft and so on. That's what you want, because that's what's going to make the solution stick to the weed. Lots of vinegar here. I have a big patio, and I do my driveway also. It's paved and there's a little crack, and I just, again, for prevention, I like to spray it. So I'm sure, or hopefully you won't need as much as I do. But anyways, I'm gonna do the mix, show you how I do it. So this one holds 8 liters, which is great. So I put 2 of these. So I put the first vinegar first, and I take the knife, slash it so that it drains faster. I can be impatient. So while that's getting ready or drained, I get ready to put the salt in. See, it's already drained. I put about half the bag. If you get a box, then you put about half the box. The soap I put last because if you put it right away, then you might get all kind of bubbles. And then the second bottle of vinegar kind of clean up the salt that went on the top. Soap, I don't know, about this much. The one I have here, it's great because over here you press that button to release the pressure when you have to open it to reload it. So here you need a little bit of strength. And 8 liters, that's what pretty much fits in here. I don't want to shake it too much because I don't want this soap to go crazy and bubble out when you empty it to put the next load in. Okay. So you pump it to put the pressure. And you're going to go all through the cracks or between your blocks, patio blocks. Now if you don't want the salt line too much between each crack, that's too wide. Just press it a little bit because it's wasting it if it's going to go in the middle of your slab. Another great thing about doing this, well, under here there's like stone or whatever they use, the compound, but it keeps the ants away, which is great. I need to adjust this, I don't like it. So yeah, when I do this, it's like the ants leave and find another home, which I don't mind at all. Anyways, that's how you do it. I'm going to do the whole patio like this. Another thing I forgot to mention, it has to be a day that it won't be raining, if you're lucky, for several days. Because if you treat it and it's going to rain, guess what? It's just going to wash out your treatment. So look at the weather, and hopefully the more sun there is, the more it's gonna eat at the weed, the best result for the treatment. So make sure you check the weather before you do the process. Okay, just wanted to show you how much 8-liter does. So basically 12 by 6 patio blocks. And also I want to mention it's much safer too for dogs, because it's only vinegar and soap, a little bit of salt, but there's not enough to hurt them. Much better and safer than chemicals, that's for sure. Right, Lily? Okay, just going to show you now after treatment. A few days later, it did rain, so you can see all the salt on the slate is gone, cleaned out from the rain. So it looks pretty good. All right, so now you know how I do it. So for the next 2 months, I hardly gonna have to pull any weeds out, so I can really enjoy my backyard and my little fur babies. And I think it's time for us to go for a walk. You want to go for a walk? Yep, that's a wrap. If you have any questions, please comment, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.